Now, dear students, chapter number 3, Motion in a Straight Line, NCERT, 11th Physics. Now, today we will discuss the following topics: that mechanics, rest and motion, reference point, frame of reference, types of motion, that is 1D, 2D and 3D, along with the position. And already we have done the basic of this chapter in our 9th class. So I am just giving the advice to you, must go through the chapter motion of the 9th class, so you will further repeat the things, so it will make the help to understand or grasp the new concept. Okay, so first topic which I have taken in front of you, that is called the mechanics. So what actually the mechanics we have? Simply it's a branch of physics, branch of physics and this branch which is deals with the condition of the rest or the motion of the material object, those having the velocity which is less compared to the velocity of the light. So it is one of the basic reference of the mechanics. Okay, deals with condition of rest and motion for point mass objects. Point mass objects, those having less velocity compared to the velocity of light. So one of the term which I have written here, point mass object. So always whenever we are dealing with the physics, so there are the some basic assumptions or the suppositions we will consider. On behalf of these suppositions, we are just imagining the some of the facts. Okay, so we are dealing that point mass object is a type of the object which covers the large distance compared to its size. Compared to its size. So many point objects we have in the physics. As we have the cycle, so it covers a larger distance as compared to its dimensions or the size. A ball which is also a point mass object. Okay, so many things which we are watching around us, these are called the point mass objects, and this is the utility of these objects in the mechanics. Now we have the further three branches of the mechanics, and first we have the statics, and statics means the object at the rest. Object at rest, still the several forces are acting on it. Several forces are acting on it. So this is the important thing we have. So it is a branch of the mechanics. Now second one, which is the called the kinematics, and always we are dealing with the movement of the object. And here we have one of the interesting thing that object are in motion, and we are not including the any kind of the causes of motion. No causes of motion. Okay, so generally it's a kinematics, and kinematics having the Greek meaning, that is called the, it is a kind of the Greek word that having the Greek meaning, that kinema, and which is state that object it is in motion. Now we are just talking about the that mean dynamics, and it is also the branch of physics which taking the consideration of the motion of object along with the causes. It includes the causes, so many causes why the object is moving, and what is the reason, what are the number of the forces those are acting on the on an object. So we are just taking the consideration of the forces, okay, motion without any kind of the causes, that is called the kinematics. And we are just talking about the rest object, those on which the several forces are acting. This branch is known as a statics, and definitely we will discuss here the kinematics in the elaborative manner. And in the kinematics we are just discussing the movement of a object in a straight line. So it is an important branch we have. Now we will get the elaborative, that mean chapter of the chapter motion, which is available in the 9th class here. So one of the another point we have, that is called the reference point. So what is the reference point? So the starting point of the motion, that is that will be regarded as a reference point. Okay, so whenever the object is moving in a straight line, so we are just imagining a point of starting point, that is called the O. That point is called the reference point, or the starting point we have. Okay, so this is the general, that mean validity of the reference point. And we are just imagining the motion of an object in the 1 dimension, 2 dimension, and 3 dimension. Okay, so this is the one of the another topic we have, the 1 dimension motion. So generally we are using the coordinate system to represent the motion of an object. So if we are just taking the one axis to represent the motion of an object, suppose just I have taken the movement of an object along a straight line, and I am representing, or I am using only the one axis to represent the motion of an object. Suppose at the particular instant of time the object at the A, and another at the another time the object at the B. So here I am using only the one axis, only we have need the one axis to represent the motion of an object. So this type of the motion is called the one dimension motion. Okay, and there are the several examples of the one dimensions motion. Okay, the ball is moving in a straight line, ball is moving in a straight line. Straight line, it is an example of the one dimension motion. It is an example of the one dimension motion. Now the train is moving in a straight line for a several for a particular path. So that is an also example of the one dimension motion. Now the next category of the motion, that is called the two dimension motion. So two out of the three axes, two out of the three axes we are using to represent the motion of an object, that is called the two dimension motion. So the two axes having the intersecting point, that is called the reference point, and we are just using the we are using the two axes to represent the motion of an object, that is an example of the two dimension motion. So several examples we have of the two dimension motion, as we are just playing the carom board. It is an example of the two dimension motion. Now another one example we have, we are just playing the football, we are just playing the hockey in playground. So it is an also an example of the three dimension motion. So generally someone can say, sir, why we are just using the two axis? Because always we know the if someone is that lifting the ball in the air, so there is a meaning of the foul we have. Okay, so and another one example, that is called the movement of the projectile. That term we will discuss in the coming chapter. Projectile, the movement of the projectile is also an example of the two dimension motion. So only two axes we are representing out of the three. So this is the type of the motion, that is called the two dimension motion. Now we will talk about the three dimension motion. So what actually the three dimension motion we have? Three out of the three axes we are using to represent the, or we are using the coordinate system to represent the motion of an object. So this is the type of the motion is called the three dimension motion. And several example we have regarding to the three dimension motion. First we have that flying of the kite. Okay, now playing of the football, in which the ball is moving along the x-axis, y-axis, and in the z-axis also. So the in the three axis, any object which is moving in a three axis, that is called the three dimension motion, or we have the three axis required to represent the motion of an object, that is called the three dimension motion. Now the third example, we can say the movement of the bird. So it is an example of the three dimension motion we have. So we have discussed and thoroughly we will discuss the one dimension motion, need not to be worried about still the two dimension and the three dimension. Now we will talk about the meaning of the position, and already we have discussed in the simpler manner in the class 9th. Now, the one of the term we have, and so many times we have discussed this one part in our 9th class. So, if I am just saying anyone of the student of the 10th class that define the rest, so always you have the very good define that there is a no change in the position of an object with respect to time and the surrounding. No change in position. No change in position with respect to time and surroundings. So that is called the meaning of the rest we have. And if you are just if you are just altering this one define, so we are just getting the meaning of the motion. There is a change in position, only we have to be inculcate the word, that is called the change in position. Change in position with respect to time and surroundings. That is the meaning of the motion we have, and easily you know the rest and the motion, these are the two relative terms. Okay, so for the simplicity I am just giving the suggestion to you, you must gone through this chapter, that means that is available in the 9th class, so you will get definitely help. Now we are just talking about the position. So the distance of an object from the reference point is known as a position. Okay, so generally we are just using the concept of the axis, this is the plus axis, this is the minus x axis, and somehow we are just saying the object is moving along a straight line from and starting the motion at suppose we are just saying that near about 11 o'clock, that mean am, he is starting the motion and reaching towards the point a up to that mean 11:30, that mean am. So whatever the distance between the initial and the final point can be regarded as a position. Okay, so how much it is at the far distance from the o, that is called the position. Okay, now it can be positive along the x-axis and it can be negative along the negative x-axis. Okay, so simplest that example we have. Okay, if you are just moving along the plus axis, so we can take the position of an object from the reference point, and always there is a utility of the reference point and the coordinate axis system. So it is an example of the one dimension. Okay, and this is the o is the reference point. Okay, so in the coming lecture we will discuss the so many things already which we have done in the 9th class. So be attentive and try to read the material or listen the material and do the preparation, best preparation, as you have taken the science students, and subscribe the channel so automatically you will get the notifications. Okay, so either you have the any kind of the query, you can make the contact to me for your that mean clarification. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.